Kapil Gupta speaks of wealth creating freedom. And this guy is no exception. So many of you out there are searching for a way to break free from that 9 to 5 to find that financial independence that lets you live life
Oh, yeah.
on your own terms. And today,
Absolutely.
we're diving deep into a world where that dream, for some, is becoming a reality.
Yeah.
The wild, exhilarating, and often perplexing world
Yeah.
of meme coin trading.
Yeah, it's fascinating how meme coins have become this unconventional path to financial freedom, isn't it? It really does challenge our preconceived notions of what it takes to achieve financial success.
Absolutely. Our guide today is a young man named Orangie, a 21-year-old who's not only figured out how to navigate the meme coin market, but has also built a successful platform for other traders. His story is a testament to the fact that in this space, age and traditional experience don't necessarily dictate success.
It's really quite remarkable. We're seeing this new generation leverage their deep understanding of online culture and trends to find their way in this incredibly volatile landscape.
It really makes you wonder, what's in a name, Orangie? It's catchy, it's unique, it's memorable. Do you think his name played a role in his success?
That's an interesting question. It's hard to say for sure, but I do think having a distinct online persona can be an advantage in this space. It's all about building a brand, a reputation, a following. And a name like Orangie definitely stands out from the crowd.
So let's break this down for our listeners who are eager to understand this world. First things first, what exactly are meme coins?
At their core, meme coins are tokens built around internet trends, viral moments, personalities, you name it. Think of them as the digital equivalent of inside jokes. They capture the zeitgeist of the online world. And just like a joke can spread like wildfire, so too can a meme coin.
So it's not just about the underlying technology, it's about the culture, the shared experience, the feeling of being a part of something bigger than yourself.
Precisely, meme coins thrive on attention. Their success is directly tied to how quickly they can spread and how effectively they capture the imagination of the online community.
And that's where Orangie's story gets really interesting. He found early success by being incredibly in tune with the online world, practically living online and using tools like Twitter trackers to gain a split-second advantage on information.
His story really underscores the critical importance of speed and information in the meme coin market. He was able to identify and capitalize on emerging trends before they even hit mainstream awareness.
He was able to buy a meme coin simply because Steve Welldo tweeted about it and made $100,000 in 10 minutes. That's the kind of win that makes people take notice.
Right.
Right.
It's a powerful example of the potential rewards that exist in meme coin trading, but it also highlights the inherent volatility of this market. These are high-risk, high-reward plays, and it's important to remember that.
So for our listeners who are starting to see dollar signs, let's get practical. How does Orangie actually do it? What are the tools of the trade in this meme coin jungle?
It all begins with platforms like Pump Fun, where literally anyone can create a meme coin. It's incredibly accessible. Then traders use platforms like Nova, which happens to be the platform Orangie built, and prefers to buy and sell these tokens.
And this is where we get into the really fascinating, almost mind-boggling world of sniping.
Right, sniping involves using bots to buy tokens the very second a contract is minted. It's an incredibly competitive landscape where speed is absolutely paramount with high stakes and even higher fees.
It sounds intense.
Yeah.
So while the technology is important, Orangie doesn't just rely on bots, right? He's also deeply embedded in the meme coin community.
Absolutely. He has this elaborate 6-screen setup that he uses to monitor everything. And Discord, Telegram groups, wallet trackers, Twitter feeds, you name it. He's constantly monitoring for signals, trying to stay ahead of the curve.
It's like he's a digital detective, sifting through the noise to find those valuable clues. It seems like this idea of community plays a huge role in his success.
It's essential. These online communities, they act as information hubs. Traders share insights, discuss emerging trends, and collectively try to identify those promising opportunities. There's a real sense of shared purpose, even amidst the fierce competition. It's almost like a digital gold rush.
You never know what seemingly insignificant event will spark the next frenzy. Remember when the owner of Dogecoin got a new dog named Nero? Simply because of its connection to the original Doge meme, it set off a meme coin buying frenzy.
It's a perfect example of how meme coins tap into these cultural narratives, these shared online experiences. They create a sense of belonging and excitement that traditional assets rarely, if ever, achieve.
So we know virality is key, but what else makes a meme coin successful? Like, should our listeners be looking for if they want to ride this wave?
There's a complex interplay of factors at work here. You have these groups of influential traders called cabals that can actually move the market. Then there's the element of timing, getting in early before the hype train leaves the station. And of course, the aesthetics matter. Does the name, the ticker symbol, the imagery, do they all capture the essence of the meme? Does it have that certain it factor?
It sounds like a mix of art and science intuition and data analysis.
It really is. There's a certain knack for identifying those meme coins that will resonate with the wider community. And of course, there's the ever-present danger of scams.
Right.
This is still a relatively unregulated space, and unfortunately, there are plenty of bad actors out there looking to exploit the hype.
That's a good reminder for our listeners. We'll definitely need to delve into how to avoid those pitfalls. But first, Orangie talks about this concept of PvP versus PvE. Can you break that down for us?
Of course, PvP, or player versus player, is essentially traders competing against each other for the same limited opportunities. It's a zero-sum game with winners and losers. PvE, or player versus environment, is more collaborative. It's when the whole community benefits from a rising tide with everyone working together to pump up the value of a particular meme coin.
So the approach can change depending on the circumstances of the specific meme coin and the overall market dynamics.
Exactly. Sometimes it's a mad dash to be the first one in, and other times it's more like a collective effort to push a project forward. The key is being able to read the signals, understand the sentiment, and know which game you're playing.
This is all starting to make more sense, but I have to admit it still feels a bit risky.
It's inherently risky, there's no doubt about that. But Orangie stresses the importance of risk management. He sets stop-loss orders to limit his losses, and he never overextends himself on any single trade. He's also very open about the fact that he loses money fairly often.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising considering his success.
He views those losses as part of the game as tuition fees in the school of meme coin trading. His approach is to minimize those losses by getting in early, setting those stop-loss orders, and not being afraid to cut his losses if a trade isn't working out.
So it's not just about winning every trade, it's about having a winning strategy over the long term and being able to adapt to the ever-changing nature of the market.
Exactly. It's about managing your bankroll, effectively learning from your mistakes, and constantly refining your approach.
He's also shared that his biggest wins haven't come from making huge bets, but from capitalizing on narratives early on. He calls himself a news trader, always searching for that next big story that will capture the attention of the crypto world.
His strategy is fascinating. He identifies narratives that have the potential to go viral, those stories that will resonate with a broader audience beyond just the crypto community. He gave the example of Source in Coin, which was inspired by Larry Fink's offhand comment on CNBC about wanting a Source in Coin Orangie, saw the potential, invested $30,000, and rode that wave to a substantial profit.
So it's not just about chasing random meme coins. It's about understanding the underlying narratives and cultural trends that drive the market. It's about connecting the dots between the online world and the real world, identifying those moments where they converge and create a spark that can ignite a meme coin frenzy.
Precisely. It's like he's cracked the code of the attention economy.
It's incredible.
Ah.
But even with his knowledge, his intuition, and his experience, there's still an element of luck involved, right?
There's always some element of luck in any market, especially one as volatile as meme coins. But Orangie minimizes that luck factor by being incredibly well-informed, deeply connected within those online communities, and constantly on the lookout for new opportunities. He's not just throwing darts at a board, he's playing a very calculated game.
And that game involves more than just trading, right? He also built this successful platform for other meme coin traders called Potion.
Yes, Potion started as a way for Orangie to share the tools and strategies he was using with other traders. It's since evolved into a thriving community with dedicated software real-time data feeds and a whole suite of features designed to give traders an edge in the market.
So he's gone from being a solo trader to building a community, a resource, a platform.
In a way, yes. And he sees Potion as a way to create a more sustainable business, one that's not solely reliant on his personal trading success. He's building a platform that can support and educate the next generation of meme coin traders.
That's smart. It's like building a legacy that extends beyond his own trading wins.
Exactly. He's creating a brand, a community, a platform that can outlast the inevitable ups and downs of the crypto market. He's thinking long-term.
So we've talked about trading meme coins, but are there other ways to make money in this crazy world? He briefly mentioned NFT trading and something called airdrop farming. Can you explain those for our listeners?
Certainly, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique digital assets that represent ownership of something, be it a piece of digital art, a virtual collectible, or even a real-world item. Trading NFTs is very similar to trading stocks or physical collectibles, with the goal of buying low and selling high. Airdrop farming involves collecting free tokens that are distributed by new cryptocurrency
So it's
projects.
like a reward for early adopters for being part of the community from the very beginning.
In a way, yes. It's a strategy that rewards those who are actively engaged in the crypto community and are willing to take on some risk.
It's almost like a digital treasure hunt.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears for a moment. We've covered a lot of ground here, from the basics of meme coins to the tools and strategies used to trade them. What does it all mean? What are the bigger implications of this meme coin mania?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Are meme coins just a passing fad, a blip on the radar of financial history? Or are they a glimpse into the future of finance where value is driven by attention community and the power of memes? Only time will tell.
It's almost like a social experiment playing out in real time. It's both exhilarating and a little bit terrifying, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's fascinating to observe how this new generation of traders is leveraging their understanding of online culture and trends to find their footing in this incredibly volatile landscape. They're rewriting the rules of finance right before our eyes.
It really challenges our traditional assumptions about how the world of finance works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think we need to take a deeper dive into some of these concepts.
I agree. There's so much more to explore here.
So stay tuned, listeners. We'll be back after a short break to delve deeper into the world of meme coins.
It certainly does. Meme coins are turning the financial world on its head, and we're just beginning to understand the implications.
And at the forefront of this movement is Orangie, a young man who seems to have an intuitive grasp of this new reality. Before the break, we were discussing his trading platform, Potion. What can you tell us about it?
Potion is more than just a trading platform. It's a community hub, a resource center, and a testament to Orangie's vision for the future of meme coin trading.
It's amazing to think that he's built this entire ecosystem at such a young age. It speaks to his entrepreneurial spirit, his drive, his ability to not only ride the wave, but also to shape it.
It's quite remarkable. He's essentially created a one-stop shop for meme coin traders, providing them with the tools, the data, and the community support they need to navigate this complex and often treacherous landscape.
So for our listeners who are ready to dive in, let's break down some of the key tools and strategies that Orangie uses. We touched on sniping before the break. Can you explain how that works in more detail?
Imagine a new meme coin contract is about to be minted. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of traders are all vying to be the first to buy in. Speed is paramount. A millisecond can mean the difference between a massive win and a missed opportunity.
So it's a race against the clock,
Mm-hmm.
a digital gold rush where the fastest fingers win the prize.
Precisely. And that's where sniping bots come in. They automate the process, allowing traders to buy tokens the instant the contract goes live. It's a high-stakes game with high fees and a steep learning curve.
It sounds intense. It's amazing to think that these transactions are happening in the blink of an eye, driven by algorithms and automated systems.
It's a fascinating example of how technology is reshaping the financial landscape. The speed at which these markets move is unlike anything we've seen before.
It makes traditional stock trading look positively glacial in comparison. But Orangie doesn't just rely on technology, right? He also emphasizes the importance of being connected, of being a part of the community.
Absolutely. He's deeply embedded in the meme coin community, actively participating in Discord and Telegram groups where traders share information, analyze emerging trends, and collectively identify promising opportunities.
It's like a hive mind for meme coin traders, a collective intelligence that's constantly scanning the digital landscape for the next big thing.
It's a fascinating phenomenon. These communities act as echo chambers, amplifying signals and driving up the value of certain meme coins. It's a testament to the power of collective action in the digital age.
And we saw that power in action with the example of the Dogecoin owner's new dog, Nero. A simple connection to the original Doge meme was enough to trigger a massive buying frenzy.
It highlights the power of memes and cultural narratives in driving market sentiment. Sometimes it's not about the underlying technology or the potential utility of the token, but rather the shared story, the emotion, the connection that the meme coin represents.
It's like tapping into the collective unconscious of the internet. So we've talked about the importance of virality, community, and speed. What other factors contribute to a meme coin's success? What should our listeners be paying attention to if they want to navigate this world?
Orangie points to several key factors. One is the influence of what he calls cabals. These are groups of influential traders who can move the market with their coordinated buying and selling. Then there's the importance of timing. Getting in early before the hype train leaves the station is crucial.
So it's a delicate balance between identifying promising opportunities and not getting caught up in the hype.
Exactly. And then, of course, the aesthetics matter. Does the name, the ticker symbol, the imagery capture the essence of the meme? Does it have that it factor that will resonate with the wider community?
It sounds like a mix of art and science intuition and data analysis.
It is. And it's important to remember that not all meme coins are created equal. Some are genuine attempts to build communities and create value, while others are nothing more than pump and dump schemes designed to enrich a select few at the expense of others.
That's a sobering thought. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement and forget that there are real risks involved.
Absolutely. And that's where due diligence comes in. It's crucial to research the team behind a meme coin, to understand the tokenomics, and to be wary of any red flags or unrealistic promises.
It's a reminder that this is still a relatively unregulated space, and there are plenty of bad actors out there looking to exploit the hype.
Precisely. So it's important to approach meme coin investing with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to doing your own research.
That's good advice for any investment, or especially in this fast-moving world of meme coins. Orangie also talked about these different approaches to trading PvP versus PvE. Can you remind us what those mean?
Of course, PvP, or player versus player, is essentially traders competing against each other for the same limited opportunities. Think of it like a battle royale in a video game, where only one player can emerge victorious. PvE, or player versus environment, is more collaborative. It's when the whole community works together to achieve a common goal, like pumping up the value of a particular meme coin.
So it's like choosing your battle strategy. Do you go in guns blazing, trying to outmaneuver your opponents? Or do you join forces with others working together to overcome the odds?
It's a great analogy. And the key, as Orangie points out, is knowing which game you're playing. Sometimes it's a race to the finish line, and other times it's a marathon, where pacing yourself and building alliances is crucial.
It sounds like meme coin trading is as much about psychology and strategy as it is about understanding the technology.
It absolutely is. And Orangie seems to have mastered this balance. He's not just reacting to market movements, he's anticipating them, understanding the underlying forces at play, and positioning himself accordingly.
But even with his knowledge, his intuition, and his experience, he acknowledges that he loses money fairly regularly. How does he cope with those losses?
He views losses as part of the game, as tuition fees in the school of meme coin trading. His approach is to minimize those losses by getting in early, setting stop-loss orders and not being afraid to cut his losses if a trade isn't working out.
So it's about managing risk effectively and accepting that losses are inevitable in this volatile market.
Exactly. It's not about winning every trade. It's about having a winning strategy over the long term and being able to adapt to the ever-changing nature of the market.
He also mentioned that his biggest wins haven't come from making huge bets, but from capitalizing on narratives early on. He calls himself a news trader, always searching for that next big story that will capture the attention of the crypto world. Can you elaborate on that?
His strategy is fascinating. He identifies narratives that have the potential to go viral, those stories that will resonate with a broader audience beyond just the crypto community. He gave the example of Sourcin coin, which was inspired by Larry Fink's offhand comment on CNBC about wanting a Sourcin coin. Orangie saw the potential, invested $30,000, and rode that wave to a substantial profit.
So it's not just about chasing random meme coins. It's about understanding the underlying narratives and cultural trends that drive the market. It's about connecting the dots between the online world and the real world, identifying those moments where they converge and create a spark that can ignite a meme coin frenzy.
Precisely. And that's what sets Orangie apart.
Yeah.
He has this uncanny ability to identify those moments, to understand how seemingly random internet trends can translate into real-world value.
It's like he's cracked the code of the attention economy.
It really is. He's not just a trader, he's a cultural trendsetter, a master of the meme, a digital alchemist who turns internet hype into tangible wealth.
It's inspiring, isn't it, to think that someone so young can achieve such success in this new, uncharted territory. It gives hope to all those who are searching for financial freedom, for a way to break free from the traditional 9-to-5 grind.
It certainly does. Orangie's story is a testament to the fact that in this new digital age, anything is possible. The old rules no longer apply. The gatekeepers have been overthrown. And those who are willing to embrace the chaos, to learn the new language of the internet, and to think outside the box, have the potential to achieve extraordinary things.
It's empowering, isn't it? It makes you want to dive in head first and see what you can create. But before we get too carried away, let's remember that this is still a very risky space. It's important to proceed with caution, to do your research, and to never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely. Orangie's success is the exception, not the rule, and it's important to remember that there are no guarantees in this market. But for those who are willing to take the risk, to put in the work, and to learn from their mistakes, the potential rewards are undeniable.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired, where should they start? What are some practical steps they can take to begin their own meme coin journey?
I think the first step is to educate yourself. Learn as much as you can about the technology, the market dynamics, and the risks involved. There are plenty of online resources available, including Orangie's own platform, Potion, which offers a wealth of information and tools for traders of all levels.
So Potion is not just for experienced traders.
Not at all. Orangie designed Potion to be accessible to everyone, from seasoned veterans to complete newbies. He believes that everyone should have the opportunity to participate in this new financial revolution.
That's commendable. It speaks to his desire to not only succeed himself, but also to empower others to achieve their financial goals.
Absolutely. He's not just building a platform, he's building a community, a movement, a new way of thinking about wealth and financial freedom.
It's truly inspiring. But let's not forget that there are other ways to make money in the crypto world besides trading meme coins. We touched on NFT trading and airdrop farming earlier. Can you explain those in more detail?
Of course, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique digital assets that represent ownership of something, be it a piece of digital art, a virtual collectible, or even a real-world item.
So it's like owning a one-of-a-kind piece of digital art or a rare collectible, but instead of hanging it on your wall, you store it on the blockchain.
Exactly. And the beauty of NFTs is that they can represent anything from a tweet by Elon Musk to a virtual plot of land in the metaverse.
It's mind-boggling. So how do you make money with NFTs?
Trading NFTs is very similar to trading stocks or physical collectibles. You buy low and sell high, hoping to capitalize on the appreciation in value. And just like with meme coins, the value of an NFT is often driven by hype scarcity and the perceived value of the underlying asset.
It sounds like a digital art auction where collectors are willing to pay exorbitant prices for rare and coveted pieces.
It's a great analogy. And just like in the art world, there's a certain amount of speculation involved. But there's also a growing recognition that NFTs represent a new form of ownership and a new way to monetize digital creativity.
It's a fascinating world, that's for sure. And what about airdrop farming? That sounds intriguing.
Airdrop farming involves collecting free tokens that are distributed by new cryptocurrency projects. It's a way for these projects to generate buzz, build a community, and reward early adopters.
So it's like getting free samples of new products, but instead of food or cosmetics, you're getting cryptocurrency tokens.
It's a great way to think about it.
Okay.
And just like with free samples, the hope is that you'll like what you try and eventually become a loyal customer.
So it's a win-win for both the project and the participants. But are there any risks involved with airdrop farming?
There are always risks involved in the crypto world, and airdrop farming is no exception. Some projects are legitimate, while others are nothing more than scams designed to steal your money.
So it's important to do your research and be conscious about which projects you participate in.
Absolutely. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and always be skeptical of any project that promises unrealistic returns.
That's good advice for any investment, really, but especially in the crypto world where there's so much hype and speculation.
Precisely. And that's what makes this space so exciting. It's a constantly evolving landscape full of opportunities and risks, and it's up to each individual to decide how they want to navigate this new frontier.
It's a reminder that we're all pioneers in this digital age, exploring uncharted territory and forging our own paths to financial freedom.
It's an exciting time to be alive, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for this industry.
Me either.
Yeah?
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's bring it back to the present. We've talked about Orangie's success, his strategies, and the tools he uses, but what does his story tell us about the broader implications of this meme coin mania?
That's a great question, and one that we'll explore in more depth after the break. Stay tuned, listeners, as we delve into the future of meme coins and the evolving landscape of the attention economy.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring the fascinating world of meme coins and the unconventional path to financial freedom that they represent. Before the break, we were discussing the bigger implications of this meme coin mania.
Yes, it's an intriguing question, isn't it? Are meme coins simply a fleeting trend, a blip on the radar of financial history? Or do they signify something more profound?
It's almost like we're witnessing a paradigm shift in how we perceive value. Meme coins are challenging the established financial order, disrupting traditional notions of investment and success.
And what's fascinating is that this disruption is being driven by a new generation of investors who are digitally native, comfortable with risk, and fluent in the language of memes and online culture.
Like Orangie, our guide through this meme coin jungle. His story is a testament to the fact that in this new digital age, the old rules no longer apply.
Right. He's leveraged his deep understanding of online trends, his mastery of social media, and his ability to connect with the community to achieve remarkable success.
It makes you wonder, is this the future of finance? A world where value is determined not by traditional metrics like earnings or dividends, but by virality, community engagement, and the power of memes.
It's certainly a provocative thought. If meme coins represent the future of digital assets, what does that mean for traditional markets and investments?
Will we see a convergence of these worlds, or will they continue to exist in parallel universes? Will Wall Street embrace the meme, or will it be left behind as a relic of a bygone era?
These are questions that we're only beginning to grapple with. But one thing is clear, the financial landscape is changing, and those who are slow to adapt risk being left behind.
It's a reminder that we need to be open to new ideas, willing to challenge our assumptions, and constantly learning and evolving.
Absolutely. The world of finance is no longer the exclusive domain of Wall Street suits and Ivy League graduates. It's open to anyone with an internet connection, a willingness to learn, and a bit of entrepreneurial spirit.
It's empowering, isn't it? It means that anyone, regardless of their background or education, has the potential to achieve financial freedom.
Precisely. And that's the beauty of this new digital age. It's democratizing access to wealth creation and empowering individuals to take control of their financial destinies.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired by Orangie's story and eager to explore this world of meme coins, what advice would you give them?
First and foremost, I'd say do your research. This is a complex and volatile market, and it's important to understand the risks involved. Don't get caught up in the hype or invest more than you can afford to lose.
That's crucial advice for any investment, really.
Absolutely. It's also important to find a community of like-minded individuals who can offer support, guidance, and insights. And of course, never stop learning. This is a constantly evolving landscape, and staying ahead of the curve is essential for success.
And remember, meme coins are just one piece of the crypto puzzle. There are other avenues for exploration such as NFTs, DeFi, and the metaverse. The possibilities are truly endless.
It's an exciting time to be involved in this space. We're witnessing the birth of a new financial system, and it's up to us to shape it, to define its values, and to ensure that it benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of meme coins, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. The future of finance is being written right now, and we all have a role to play. Whether you're a seasoned trader or a curious newcomer, the opportunities are out there. So embrace the chaos, do your research, and most importantly, never stop exploring.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into meme coins. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.